Hello my little freaky neeks, thank you for coming back to my channel for yet another video. We're going to be doing a fun experiment in this video, at least I kind of had a little bit of fun doing it. It's going to be an Ambidextrous styled video. I don't know if I'm wording that correctly. What I'm trying to say is I'm going to be doing my makeup with both hands. So I did the first part of my makeup because, I mean, you can't really tell if I do it with my left hand or my right hand. So I went and skipped all that, and now I'm actually going to start applying my blush and my bronzers and everything else after that. So get any bronzer and start applying. So I'm going to do it with my right hand on my right side. So now we're gonna step into blush. You can grab any blush. So I'm gonna be using this like brown, peachy, I don't know what color this is, to be honest. It's just, can I get into focus? So grab any blush that you want to use and go ahead and apply that. Usually when I apply my blush, I apply it a little bit above the bronzer so you can see the gradations of the colors that you're using. So it's like your highlight, your blush, your bronzer, and back to your foundation, I guess. Alright, that's not so bad. Do a little bit up here, give some color on my forehead. And now the next side. Get some color on my forehead. And start applying that blush on that left side. Like, I really want to just go in there and be like, whoosh, but I guess we will just continue on this interesting journey of using both hands to do my makeup. So I think that's pretty much good right now for the blush and the bronzer. I mean, I could always touch it up a little bit later. So let's step into eyes. So because I don't want to look so much like a joke doing a crazy makeup with both hands, so I'm going to do something just a little bit more basic and calm, not something so extreme. And so let's get started. And because I'm doing a look that's a little bit more easier, I'm going to be playing with colors that I preferably like to use, which is my pinks and purples. You can play with any color that you want, to be honest. I personally just want to be using pinks and purples, mostly because I feel like it's going to go good with my shirt, and that's what I'm wearing. Alright, so we're going to pack on all that color first. Pack it on. Bold it up. Now try and match the other side. It's kind of difficult only in a way. It's kind of difficult only in the sense of how to hold the brush, because that's just kind of confusing a little bit, is how to hold the brush properly in my opposite hand, because this doesn't feel right. Like, this just feels right for some reason, but like this, doing the same thing on the opposite side doesn't feel right. Like, it feels like I'm holding it wrong. Alright, so after you put on your transition shade, next I'm putting on a darker pink, just to create this like triangular eyeshadow shape. So go ahead and do that. Of course, as always, you're going to want to blend out that edge just to make it look like a nice smoky shadow. So I'm going in with one more layer of that deeper pink just to kind of like brighten, I know it sounds a little silly, but brighten up that area with that pink. And of course, you're going to want to go ahead and blend that out as well. So I don't know why I stopped talking throughout the video, but now I have to do recordings. Anyways, so now I grabbed a purple and I'm just putting that above like the center of my brow bone and just picking that up. You know, my nice little eyeshadow whiskers in the middle of my face. Of course, as always, once you apply it, grab a clean, fluffy brush and blend that out just to make it nice and seamless. And of course, between any blend, you're going to want to clean that brush on a rag. So have a rag next to you and wipe that brush on it so when you blend the opposite side, it doesn't add more product. Alright, so it's cut creasing time. You can go ahead and grab yourself a primer, or you can grab yourself a concealer, or even use your foundation, but just use something that's going to go ahead and make sure that you're cutting out that eyeshadow. So grab yourself any white eyeshadow, matte base preferably, and go ahead and set that primer, that concealer, and or that foundation. So with a small swish brush or any brush that you have, to be honest, I went and grabbed the purple and I'm tracing out that cut crease that I created, and I'm making a bit of like this interesting shape. I don't know what to explain the shit that I make, to be honest. I just make it right then and there the moment that I'm making it. So whatever you see that I'm doing, just follow it and I'm sure you will look just as amazing as well. The deep pink that I used to create this wing shape eyeshadow, I went and smoked out a little bit on the bottom of my eye. So of course, as always, I packed on that color and grabbed a clean fluffy brush and blended that out. So with the Anastasia concealer, I'm going to start creating these designs underneath my eyes. There's no wrong or right way to do this. You can pretty much create your own little design that you want to make. I just did these like zigzag things. And I don't know, for some reason, I did not put the damn mirror down while I was doing this part. So as you see, I pretty much traced the outside of the primer that I used. I didn't pack the product on top of the primer. I packed it on the side of the primer. Lovely. So you can see that I showed you on this side. I really don't know why I didn't do it on the other side, but luckily I showed you on this side that how I'm tracing it out. It's not me putting the eyeshadow on top of the product. I'm putting it legit next to the concealer or the primer or foundation that I used to create these zigzags. Alright, to amplify the look a little bit more, I grabbed some white eyeshadow and placed it all over the primer. So it's going to make that, wherever it's all white, it's going to stand out and pop a lot more. So all the colors are just going to look so much more brighter and vibrant and just look really good. So to be honest, this part was a little difficult only because I didn't want to go too extreme with my eyeliner, but yeah, I didn't want to be so simple with it, and I ended up being extremely simple with it. So this blue that I'm using is actually a eyeshadow pencil, but I find a use for it as a lip because I think it's such a beautiful color. So I just use it as a lip. I've actually never used it as an eyeshadow. I should. Go ahead and set your face with any setting spray. And if you don't got setting spray, use some hairspray. Alright, so as you guys seen from the video, you guys watched me create this look with both of my hands, not just with my right hand, my dominant hand, but you watched me create it with both hands, and I had fun doing it. I thought about doing a video like this for a little bit of time now. I thought it would be kind of interesting, me creating one side of my face with one hand and creating the other side with the other hand. Because I mean, I want to be able to do that. I think it would be so fucking rad to be able to like just do my makeup with both hands at the same time. Like that would like knock down so much time on doing my makeup. That's ridiculous. Like I would be like, okay, like I have two cut creases going on at the same time. Let me blend this out. And that would be amazing. I would fucking do like 20 videos a night if that was the case, because I would be able to just, knock them down twice as fast, or maybe even 3 times as fast, because I would actually be in the zone and actually, beating my mug and, getting into it. But I'm not there just yet. I'm barely at this beginner stage doing my makeup with both hands. So, I mean, it's not the perfect-ist, but I think I did a well enough job to create this look with using my left hand as well. Maybe next time I'll create an entire look with just my left hand instead of using both hands. But for the most part, I think it came out pretty well. Pretty fucking well. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, just don't even do anything at all. So go ahead and leave me a comment if there's anything else that you would like to see from me. If there's any looks, any inspirations that you want to see me kind of do or create or anything of that matter. Halloween's coming up, so if there's any type of like creepy, gruesome looks that you guys want me to recreate in my own style, go ahead and leave me a comment below, and I would love to try to recreate something that's in your vision, but with my ideas. Oh, I think I said that backwards. Your ideas, but my vision.
Something like that.
Go ahead and share this video, show it to your friends, and maybe you should try this out for yourself and see how you can go ahead and do makeup using both hands and see if you can, make an amazing wing liner with your left hand. I totally cannot do a wing with my right hand, so that's kind of impossible. But let's see if you can, and if you do, go ahead and tag me on any of the looks that you do. I would love to see you create anything using both hands. I think that would be pretty badass. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already and be part of the Freak Unique family.